To fly the new bombers, trainees were pouring out of the flying schools. And it wasn't just the pilots. Each Lancaster needed 6 more crew members. 2 gunners, the flight engineer, the navigator, the bomb aimer, and the wireless operator. Bomber Command was also a multinational force. 1 in 4 of its recruits came from overseas. All were volunteers. In a wartime hangar, wireless operator John DeHoop recalls the reasons he joined up when he was just 18.
1, you got more money. 2, you got sheets with your blankets, which I thought was, say, civilized.
Yeah.
3, you were given a pair of shoes and a pair of boots rather than 2 pair of boots. I hated wearing boots. And 4thly, because once you've got your wing, using a colloquial term of the time, it pulled in the birds.
The process of turning the individuals into a team was known as crewing up. This wasn't the usual hierarchical military process. It was rather more democratic.
Looking back, it seemed a bit chaotic because you'll be put in a hangar and they said, right, get on with it, get crewed up and close the doors.
We were stuck in a great big room full of pilots, navigators, bomb aimers, wireless operators and 2 gunners, and told yourself, get yourself crewed up.
You stand around wondering what's going to happen next. Who should you go with? And this chap came up, he was obviously older than we, and he said, I'm a rear gunner. He said, are you 2 chaps looking for a crew? We said, yeah, yes, we are. And he said, well, I found a pilot. I've questioned him, and he told me he had a crash while he was training, so I think it'll be bloody all right in the future. He'll do for us. So I said, well, OK, that suits us. So off we went. So that was the crew.
This was a remarkable mixing of classes, ages and nationalities, unthinkable before the war. A crew might consist of a former public school boy, a London docker, a farmer from New Zealand and a Canadian bank clerk.
All of a sudden we became blood brothers. We helped each other out in everything, and we were a good team. If we hadn't been, I wouldn't be here today.
One thing that I remember with some emotion is the fact that in the billet, sharing with another crew, all Kiwis, and I recall that both crews went on an operation, and when we came back, all their kit had gone and beds stripped, and I remember sitting on our beds and being quite shattered by this experience of losing these guys who've been with us. So we did what most blokes do in that case. There's only one thing to do, go down the pub.